Welcome to Dark Knight Films Reviews and Horror Movie Night. Tonight, I will be ranking Evil Dead. And I won't just be ranking the Evil Dead films, I will be adding the Ash vs. the Evil Dead television series. And every season will have its own spot on this list. So, let's start. Beginning with number 9. I know what you're thinking. What? 9? There aren't 9 Evil Dead films, even with the 3 seasons of Ash vs. the Evil Dead. Yes, there is. Because I've included on this list Within the Woods from 1978. This was the original short film that began this whole Evil Dead experience. It is very hard to watch. Maybe it might be a little bit, my reactions to this film would probably be a little bit better if we had a better copy of this thing out there that's available for the general public to see, or if it was actually released in a much better format, almost like The Evil Dead from 1981. But as it is available right now, it is a very hard watch, but it has its own charm. It's not bad. It's distracting, but it's not bad. Evil Dead is the same way as Scream, in a way. It doesn't have a bad entry in it, really, to be honest. So, but my number 9 is going to be Within the Woods. Coming in at number 8, we have Evil Dead 2013. Now this one, it's disappointing because it had potential. It started off with a pretty good start. You have the beautiful Jessica Lucas in here, and unfortunately, her character is offed fairly early. And not oft in a way to where she gets to become a Deadite and gets to dominate through most of the movie, like some Evil Dead movies do. She was basically given the Evil Ed treatment. Jane Levy, I wasn't a fan of her performance in this thing. Shiloh Fernadez was pretty good as David, but this film is hampered by the ending in which they redeem Jane Levy and let her be the big fucking hero of the thing. It sucks. That ending is horrible. One of the worst endings in Evil Dead history. And that's why it is at the bottom of my list. Just barely edging out Within the Woods for the 9th position. Alright, so number 7, we have Evil Dead Rise from 2023. Now this one, I like a lot better than 2013, hence the reason why I ranked it higher on my list. But honestly, I do not think this film is better than any of the other Evil Dead films. It has, at least they don't make the mistake of making Alyssa Sutherland redeemed by the end and killing off Lily Sullivan instead. So that was a plus, and they didn't kill the little girl. That would have been really distasteful to do that to her. Yeah, I mean, it's just too dark. It could have felt more like a Evil Dead film if they would have made it a little lighter, made it a little more fun. They didn't. It's far too dark of a film for me. For this series, at least. All right. Coming in at number 6, we have The Evil Dead from 1981. Now, this is the film that started it all. And the reason I put it lower on this list like this is because of the limitations. It's not the film's fault, really. I mean, it is the limitations that Sam Raimi was suffering from when he made the film. It is still a well-made film. I mean, I wish we could get a copy like this of Within the Woods. In my opinion, might change about that short film. But this one is well shot, well put together. Some of the effects are a bit cheesy with the stop motion effects near the end, which I think kind of hampers it somewhat. But it's got its charm, and it's a pretty well acted film for such an independent film at the time. So, yeah, that's my number 6. Coming in at number 5, we have Ash versus The Evil Dead Season 2 from 2016. Now, this season introduces the character of Ball. And Ball is a good character. But I don't think the storylines that concern his character are the strongest in this series. So that is the reason why it is not higher on my rankings on this. Performances are still great. Kelly, Pablo, and Ash are all great. Lucy Lawless's Ruby is, still pretty damn good in this. But yeah, it's not the best of seasons out of this show. Coming in at number 4, we have Evil Dead 2: Dead by Dawn from 1987. Now, this one is so good. I mean, the only negative I have against this one is the intro where they just recap the opening moments with Ash and Linda and cut out Scotty and Shelley and Cheryl out of it completely. That was just, no, don't do that. But they couldn't get the rights to the footage from the first film, so they chose to recap it in a weird way by leaving those characters out completely. So, other than that, this film is pretty damn good. I love the mixture of humor and horror. It is perfectly melded together once you get past that idiotic recap. Damn good film in the series. Coming in at number 3, we have Ash versus The Evil Dead Season 1 from 2015. Now, this one could have easily taken my number 1 spot on this list. Because this series, up to, I believe, episode 7, was excellent. One of my favorite shows ever the way they were doing this thing. I love the way they were doing Ash. I love the introduction to Kelly, Pablo, Ruby. I love the introduction to the character of Amanda Fisher, and that is the reason why this one drops. Because 8 onward in the series, in this season, episode 8 onward, they decided to kill Amanda Fisher. And that was a fucking mistake, I think. I think she was a fine character that should have been kept around. And I think that's what hurts season 2 and why it's not higher on my list either. Because there was no Amanda. It was missing the charm of Amanda. All right. So, number 2. Number 2 for me is going to be Ash versus The Evil Dead Season 3 from 2018. Now this one was better than Season 2 for me because of the introduction of the character of Ash's daughter, Brandy. I loved this fucking character. She started off annoying in the first couple of episodes, and I didn't know how I was going to, if I was even going to enjoy this third season at all. But as the season progressed, it just became better and better. I loved her arc by the end of that season, and it just sucked that they did not continue forward with a 4th season. Stars cut it off here, and they shouldn't have. That was a huge mistake. So that's why this one is my number 2 on this list. Alright, so process of elimination, you probably already know what number 1 is. And it is Army of Darkness from 1992. Army of Darkness. This film was, some people say it goes too much in the slapstick fun realm, and it's not violent enough, it's not gory enough and everything, but I think it is one of the best in this series due to the fact that it is just totally fun, and Bruce Campbell gives his best performance ever in this thing. And his characters surrounding him, whether it's Sheila, whether it's Lord Arthur, whether it's Henry the Red, whether it's the Wise Man, whether it's even Evil Ash, which is a much better variation on the Evil Ash character than what we got with the Evil Ash character in Evil Dead 2, and even Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 1. So, and there's even a version of Evil Ash in Season 3, but this was the best version of Evil Ash, and he's just a fun, great character. Everything about this film, it just has that cool fucking charm where he goes back in time and kicks ass in medieval times. It's just fucking cool. I love it. So that is why it is my number 1. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with my ranking? Do you disagree? Where would you rank the Evil Dead series as a whole? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you agree with my ranking? Do you disagree? I want to see what you guys think. And, as usual, if you guys like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, because it really does help this channel out a lot. Alright. So, hope you will join me tomorrow for another Dark Knight Films night and another actor spotlight video. Anyway, thanks for watching.